After checking out Home Depot's holiday sales, I'm hitting Lowe's to see what they've got. Different store, different deals, maybe better prices? I'm showing you what's worth buying at Lowe's and how those deals stack up. Let's go inside and check it out. All right guys, we're inside Lowe's. We're right down the middle aisle where they have all these like kiosks and things set up, all these displays. Usually this is where we're gonna find the deals. They're not gonna be buried in the tool corral somewhere. They're gonna put them up out front and they're kind of putting all the competing brands together, which is kind of nice. So I'm just gonna start here. We're gonna run down the aisle and see what they got and then go around the other side and see if we can find that unobtainable deal that I've been looking for that we haven't been able to find yet. We're gonna start here. So here's the DeWalt 110-piece tough grip drill driver set. Okay, so here's the deal. It's 30 bucks, which is not a bad deal for all these bits. If you broke all these bits down and you're paying $2 a piece for maybe these right here, and there's 10 of them, that would be $20 if you're buying them individually. You don't get to choose what you get, but you have very common stuff just in this one set. I don't use the short ones as much, but anything that's 2 inches, I usually use. So I would say I would buy this kit for all the lower halves of all these kits. But the one clincher, the clincher on why I would have bought this is right here. And they ain't got it. They don't have a 1/2-inch drill bit in this kit, unfortunately. So they're only going up to a 3/8 inch. I am looking for a 1/2-inch drill bit kit with a kit, and this ain't it. So it's going back. It says it was $49.98. I think that can be jargon hype sometimes where the manufacturers or the retailer is just trying to get you and saying, oh, let's just call it $49.98, but we're gonna sell it for this price. So you're thinking you're getting $20 off, but I'll be honest, I don't know if you are or not. This looks like the same thing and it's still a 3/8 inch bit. So we're missing the mark here, DeWalt. You guys need to put a 1/2-inch drill bit in this kit, because that 1/2-inch drill bit's $8. We should go over at the end of this video, we'll go over and find how much an individual 1/2-inch drill bit costs over in the tool corral. And then I'll show you why that's such a value. They have a job site speaker, Bluetooth speaker with a battery and a charger for 130 bucks. I suppose that's not a bad price. These are just some basic tools. If you want a DeWalt, which is a little bit higher quality tool, and you're on this battery platform, $129 recip saw, 20 volt, just the tool only, $129. It's not terrible. When I'm looking for a deal on tools, I'm not looking for the cheapest possible price I can get. I'm looking for a value in the quality of the tool and the type of tool I want. A lot of the tools that I'm gonna buy aren't on sale, but we're doing this video for you guys. So some of you may be on a different type of budget, or you're trying to find some low price tools. Maybe you wanna outfit the team or the crew, and you're not using it for your own personal use, you're buying it for others to use and abuse. So then that $130 is a lot cheaper than $159, where you're saving 30 bucks. So maybe that is a better price for you. Okay, come on, 1/2-inch drill bit. These are different types of drill bits. They have some of the bigger ones have a special point on them, which helps you pre-drill the hole before you get into it, but they're still not including a 1/2-inch in either of these. That's too bad. These are all like nopes. Nope, I'm not buying that. And nope, I'm not buying that. Somebody's buying a couple of them, but they're not flying off the shelves. So let's see. They used to include that 1/2-inch drill bit. Last year we got 5 DeWalt kits with a 1/2-inch bit. Somebody got wise and decided, let's skip it this year. That's fine, but I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it unless it's got the 1/2-inch bit, okay? You know, random bits and nut drivers and things like that, again, with those 2-inch bits, they're a couple bucks each, usually if you're buying them solo. Maybe you get 2 for $2. It's not a bad price, it's $5 off. Okay, I don't know if that's so much a holiday steal, but it's not bad. And then we've got some single 7 1/4 inch DeWalt for 10 bucks. You know, over across the street, we were able to get 2 Diablo 7 1/4s for $12, 13 bucks maybe. So I think the price is negligible. I think the one hot item in the DeWalt kiosks, obviously, is because there's none left whatsoever, are this keyring bit holder. These are becoming very popular. People are buying these because you can put all your bits on these. You can buy 2 of these and put all 10 of these on one carabiner, and then you have everything you need all day long in one spot. Actually, that's a deal because these are high quality. I have a set of these. DeWalt sent me a set and they work really well. And if you can find those, I think that's the one thing I would buy in this kiosk for $15.98. This is all the same stuff on this side. Oh, except there are some Sawzall blades. Oh, okay, so there are a couple of things here. You guys remember something, remember this. Across the street, remember those deals we were getting on the oscillating blades? You'll see that I was getting 8 blades for 40 bucks. It says this is a 3-piece accessory. I have these 2 right here. The one I needed was probably this one because it has a more aggressive tooth. That's the wood cutter right there. This is the one you'd want. This one's okay, and this one did okay, I would say, but I bet you this blade right here is not bad. But it's still not carbide tooth. So you're paying over $10 a piece for these oscillating blades. Oscillating blades are expensive, but somebody's stocking up on them because there's some missing. So I would say I would probably book across the street and get the Diablos. If there's any left, they might all be gone. Matter of fact, that 8-pack I bought, we went and shot it the night before, and there were some left, and then I went back the next morning, 7 a.m., and there was one left. I bought the last one. Okay, and then down here we do have some reciprocating blades for $30. And if you're in a pinch, I suppose, oh, you're getting 6 of these. This is not a bad deal, guys, because you're getting 4 metal cutting short ones. And these shorter blades get a bad rap because usually when you're using these with a reciprocating saw, you're losing like an inch of the cutting ability because it's always going in and out, you know? These are underrated. And I'm always using the longer ones first, but don't discount these shorter blades because they are pretty cool and they're gonna last. And that's probably why they're packing 6 of these bad boys in your pack. So for $30, I'm gonna retract what I was thinking. I don't think it actually came out of my mouth, but this is not a bad deal. It doesn't look like it's much until you turn it this way and go, oh crap, there's 6 of these blades and 5 of these blades. Now you start putting that together. So you got 6 and 5 is 11 and 2 is 13 and 2 is 15 and 1. So it's a 16 piece. You can go ahead and black and white me on that one, Cal. 16 piece plus a case. They don't count the case when you're doing the blades. This is drdecks endorsed right here. Okay, this is not bad. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a 1/2-inch bit in it. It's only 10 bucks. It's a 7-piece masonry impact bit set. If you have an impact driver that does masonry or has like a concrete setting on it or something, these would be pretty cool. I think these are designed to really just fit into an impact driver. I don't think I own any impact drivers that do masonry though. You'd have to find the right tool to fit the right bit, which could be a little bit of a challenge unless you just happen to have that, then you're like, cool man, 10 bucks? Ooh, okay. Black oxide. So this does include a 1/2-inch bit. These are black oxide, which are not as high quality as some of the other types of cobalt and different types of bits. This particular kit has a 1/2-inch bit. It's black oxide, which is a lower grade. But I'll be honest, like usually we trash a blade and then we throw it away. So I don't know, you're probably gonna get longer life out of a cobalt bit, but it's really how you use the bit and how you apply it to metal. If you're only drilling through wood, this is a deal. It's 20 bucks though. I think we could probably do better in our price. At least it includes that 1/2-inch bit. That one's on the fence, we'll see. Okay, here we go. This is a deal. Bosch is they're known for their jigsaws. They've always put out a good product. You're getting 10-piece jigsaw blade set for $9.98. And that's a deal. And you're getting a couple clean with wood and a couple of high-speed wood cutters, and then you're getting a couple of bits I probably will never use. Basic for wood, maybe for scrolling and stuff. And then you get some metal cutters. You get 2 rough cutting metal and 2 finer cutting metal. And I use these a lot. I break these a lot, actually, but they do come in handy because we cut a lot of aluminum and metal parts, and it's nice to just grab your jigsaw and do it sometimes instead of a Sawzall. So that's not a bad price right there. That's a good one. I've noticed these construction jacks are not moving as well as I think the companies thought they would. So Irwin is owned by Stanley Black & Decker, so they have the Irwin version and then they have the DeWalt version. We have 4 of the DeWalt ones. They were $100 and that's what we paid for them. So $80 or $20 off, they're 20% off. You know, I don't know if you can ask for a better deal than that. Okay, I don't believe this. They're saying this 25-foot Night Eye Crescent has a 17-foot reach. I got 10'8". That's not even close. No sale.
I bought you one of these.
Well, it's better than that because you gave it to me.
Yeah, you use it all the time.
I use it so much I broke it. I'm serious. I wore it out. Here's the deal. When you get me a gift, Calvin, in December and it's for outside and it's pouring down rain for the next 45 days and it's in the mud, it ain't gonna last very long. That's just the truth. So I used it, I was happy to use it, but unfortunately, it didn't last very long. And I'm sure you paid $25 for that tape measure, dang it. Here's a less expensive version of a Pica pencil, right? I would just buy the Pica pencil. $22.98, it was $32.98. I mean, that's a lot. I don't know what Pica's retail for. I guess I should find out. And the replacement leads are 10 bucks. Dang, that's a lot of money, bro. I ain't buying that. Pass. I don't know this brand, Ox, but it says it's a $40 value. Wow, it's a whole $5 off. Go across the street and get the other ones. Go get the Diablo stuff.
How we doing, guys?
Good, how are you? I'm looking, I'm not seeing what I'm wanting. Okay, now we got a Craftsman, $7.98. I know we can get better prices on blades, but it's not bad for a throwaway blade. You know, if you're spending 8 bucks, it's $1 off. Consider it. 10-inch, 62 for $30. It's all right. 11-piece reciprocating saw blade kit for $16. I think I'd pass on those. I'm looking, I'm scanning. Okay, wait a minute. I think I might have it. This might be what we came here for. This might be the only thing worth buying here tonight. There it is, and there's the price. And that's why there is none left, because you listened to me and you came out and you found the deal, and I'm proud of you for doing that. Good job, guys. Now celebrate yourself by clicking subscribe. Okay, so this is the deal. This is the one you want. It doesn't matter what brand it is.
Do you mind being on camera?
Not at all. Do you think I do?
I just legally need your permission.
Yes, I hereby give you my permission to use my face.
Follow DrDecks.
You never know who you're gonna meet at the local Lowe's store. I'm gonna buy 5 of these, and I bought 5 last year of the DeWalt version of these, and Home Depot didn't have this deal. This, in my opinion, is a sweet deal. You get your 1/2-inch bit, plus you get a 1/4. We use the 1/2 and the 1/4 religiously. And then the 3/8 come in really handy, and then sometimes these two come in handy. And then again, the 1/8 inch, because we're doing aluminum, and sometimes you just gotta drill a pilot hole, 1/8 inch pilot hole. So for $10, like, you're paying less than $1 a piece for these bits. So $10, man, in my opinion, that's a no-brainer. If you don't come get that, something be wrong with you, man. We got some Craftsman batteries. It's really sad. I miss Sears, and I miss their tool deals and their Craftsman brand. I think when it went to Lowe's, something happened, and now it's just like, oh, just another brand, you know? I don't know much about these batteries. I would say 2 4-amp-hour batteries for $100 is not a bad price. The only thing I own on this platform is a nail gun, and I never use it, so I'm not gonna buy any batteries for this. We're gonna just glaze over some of this stuff.
Do we want to check the other side?
Oh, sure, but I'm pretty sure it's the same. Then you can always make a liar out of me, okay? 20-volt impact driver kit for $69. I mean, hey, if you need a drill, that's not a bad price. 70 bucks, it's cheap. And again, they're secure, okay? So you're gonna try to take that without paying for it, there's an alarm that's gonna go off. And then they have the same deal on a driver drill, or a drill driver, however you wanna call it. Oh, okay, all right. So, right here, I'd be interested in one of these maybe. The stuff I like's always missing. All right, well, if they had this, and you're on this platform for $50, it's not bad. It's a power inverter, but I would just use it for charging up USB, cell phones, and cameras and things like that. So you have to have justification to have it, but when we run time lapses, I have one of these on every single camera that I'm running on a time lapse, and I might do 3 or 4 different angles with 4 different phones, and I'm charging them all at the same time. So that's a cool thing for me. Ooh, they have a couple more on this side. I can't emphasize enough, if you don't buy this kit, you're missing out. Guarantee it. Okay, the rest of this is the same. So now we're into the Cobalt brand of tools, which is the Lowe's brand of tools, I believe. It's compatible with 1 battery, 95 tools. Okay, 24-volt, 2-amp-hour. Here's a 4-amp-hour for 40. That's probably the one I'd be buying. There's only 1 left, so somebody's buying them. Oh, and then look at the little baby. Oh. We saw these across the street. I guess that's kind of cool. I mean, you could have like, you could really put, actually Calvin, that might be something for you as a jewelry maker, you know? Okay, all right guys, Spyder, again, you know, probably marginal pricing. You know, single blades are 10 bucks a piece. I mean, it's an okay deal. They're not flying off the shelves that way. If they put 2 of those for that price, now you're talking. Oh, they do not have a 1/2 inch in here. They're cool looking, but they're also 34 bucks. I could stare at these all day long and get my $33 out of them. And it's mock blue armor plated. We still don't have a 1/2 inch bit in this kit, so I ain't buying it. Here's a 3-piece scraper, multi-scraper kit. This is kind of cool if you use your reciprocating saw to scrape things and you need a really wide blade. This has 3 different widths, 6 inch, 4 inch, and 2 inch for $15.98. I like it. I think that's a pretty sweet deal. If you can justify the application, then that's when it becomes a deal. And I kind of like this reciprocating bit set better than the Craftsman one. And it's kind of a cool name, Spyder, so that might make you cut better. Oops, for 25 bucks. I would say, yeah, I would get that. All right. This is cool. This is probably a deal right here. 8-piece basic hole saw kit. But usually these include the ones that you really need. Oh, but these are cool. Ooh, I don't have any of these. These hole saws are cool because they're just carbide tooth and there's only like 4 teeth per hole saw, but they're expensive. They're still $30 off, but I don't know, man. That's down here. Again, they're locked up. Anytime you got something locked up, probably worth buying, guys. We got something over here. Let's check it out. Metric impact socket. I mean, I would probably buy all of these and then make a really nice kit out of them. This is kind of cool because it fits like different size heads. 6-sided, 12-sided nuts. It'll grab on the side of the bolt instead of the edges. So they're kind of made that way to do that, I guess. They have some bigger kits, deeper well sockets with a holder. That's kind of cool. For $40, probably not a bad price. Here's a 40-tooth Spyder blade, 12 inches, $36.98. That's probably not a bad price for 40-tooth. That's more of what I'm gonna use on the job site than an 80-tooth blade. Let's go see if we can find a comparable 1/2 inch drill bit over in the tool corrals to see how much it is. Here's a DeWalt 1/2 inch drill bit, and it's $15.98 for the 1 bit. That costs more than the whole kit. Now, it's a little bit longer, okay? I wanna be fair, Here's one for $13.98. And again, it's a little more robust than the one that's gonna be in that kit. It does the same thing. It just drills a little deeper than the one that comes in that kit, that Craftsman kit. And it is a high quality DeWalt blade, but I don't know if it's much different than that as far as what it's made out of or how it's sharpened or anything like that. So we're still over the price of the kit on these bits. So let's see if there's another brand. Here's the Cobalt. Now this has an impact base on it, which those other ones don't, so it's not a fair comparison. But this 1/2 inch bit is $21.98. So I think for $9.99, that's the deal of the century over here at Lowe's. All right, guys, well, that's all I see so far. Now, a reminder, it's before Thanksgiving. I don't know if they're gonna be putting out more stuff. Of our experience of doing this 3 or maybe 4 years in a row, they seem to keep putting the tools and the deals out a little bit earlier and a little bit earlier. In my pro opinion, Home Depot has a little bit better opportunity for you to score on stuff than this particular Lowe's does where I live. Other Lowe's might be bigger and might have more opportunities, more deals, I don't know. But regardless of what we found, I hope that helps somebody out there, maybe comparison, stocking stuffers and that kind of thing. Don't forget to check out the Home Depot video we did as well, and you can do some comparison and watching both of these. Thanks for watching, guys. Please click that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified when we're putting out new content. Check out our podcast, links in the description below, and check out some merch. Christmas is coming, and get your favorite loved ones those Dr. Decks t-shirts. You know they're gonna love it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.